So the top 8 gymnasts from qualification will battle it out. And this is such a difficult piece of apparatus, isn't it, Christine?
Well, it is. But these are the 8 best gymnasts in the world. So you would hope that they're going to give us a fantastic competition. 2 from China, 2 from USA, 1 Russian, and 1 from Japan. Canada as well, Elizabeth Black, who actually has the highest difficulty on this apparatus. She's got, well, in qualification, she posted the highest difficulty score. It is probably the piece of apparatus where on the women's side you get a little bit of variety. The judges will quite often not count a leap if the legs don't hit a certain level, and you know, a gymnast can one day perform a leap really well, the next day a bit stiffer, not quite so well, or wobbling on the way into it. So you do get a bit of fluctuation on start value. So it's very much everything to fight for me.
And this has been the piece of apparatus where we've had several inquiries during the championships, and you're talking about the connection, and it needs to flow.
That's right, it does need to flow. And of course, because there's bonuses if you link 2 moves together. Now on the bars, if you link 2 moves together, everyone can see whether you've linked them or not. But on the beam, they have to judge whether the body kept moving from one move to the next, or whether you did one move, stopped, and then started the next. It's quite, I suppose it's a bit subjective, but it depends how good the judges are as to what they are going to handle. You would expect all these judges to have a fantastic eye. They have to be judging for many, many years before they become international judges.
So, the gymnasts you can see there, marching into the arena. Getting warmed up in the back. March onto the podium, line up in front of the judges, and then be presented to the arena.
Gymnastic qualification, and Simone Biles, the all-around champion of the world. Aliya Mustafina, the defending world champion on the beam from Russia. And Yao Jinnan, we saw her win on bars yesterday. Ellie Black from Canada had a wonderful championships, produced Canada's best ever all-around result. And probably the favourite, Larissa Iordache from Romania. Kyla Ross from USA, third in the all-around, just showed consistency is important. Asuka Teramoto from Japan. So as with the other apparatus, no 30-second warm-up for these gymnasts. They have to go straight in. I would say that the beam is not an apparatus that varies so much. You know, the floor on a podium is extra bouncy, but the beam stays pretty static, whether it's on the podium or whether it's just on the floor.
You just see there Larissa Iordache leaving the arena. She posted 15.5 on the beam in the so a definite favourite.
First we've seen of this gymnast since
第一位上场的是来自中国的白雅文。
On to the beam, just 16 years of age, from China, Bai Yawen.
Quiet, easy mount. Lovely suppleness shown in the jump. And again, head right back. Very confident in the change leg leap to ring. And this will be the big series. You can see the concentration and focus. Head down, round off, straight back somersault. Really performed excellently. Free walkover. Joins to the sheep jump. Now that's where the judges have to decide, did it jump? Did it join? Jump. Free cartwheel. The only problem is the pauses in this. The judges really like to see fluency, and she's having a little pause before every element. It's a bit better, but you see another quite big pause here before the leap, the change leg leap. Everything beautifully performed, very clean. We haven't had a wobble. We just need a very big dismount. Same focus, look, round off, up into the air, double pike, just a step back, but that was a really good, clean opening for the beat.
Was indeed. Coach is still impressed with that. It's nerve-wracking to be first up, and especially on an apparatus like the beam. Good teammate there.
See, she has to have the head right back, foot to the height of the head on that. She did indeed. Really clean, that layout. She's very, very well disciplined, and here the feet have to be right up to the height of the head. You could see them touch her bun, touch the ribbon in her hair. Dismount, probably a deduction. She just didn't really absorb the landing. She bounced from it, but beautiful work.
Well, she scored 14.8 in qualification. The start score of 6.2.
She just worked beam in the team qualification. She wasn't. They didn't use her in the team final. And she wasn't in the all-around, so she's had a very long wait for this event.
It's her first year as a senior, only 16 years of age. Solid performance.
I was going to say she's certainly acquitted herself very well, done all that's been asked of her. Interestingly, she's the gymnast that's been shown on our TVs here in China, and I wonder if she's perhaps local. We've seen training videos, training parts of her.
We are in Nanning, in southern China, the Wanshi Sports Centre complex. Magnificent venue, 9,000 seater stadium. We've had good crowds every day.
Packed again today, Craig. It's a very nice centre, it's a very nice arena, not so huge that you feel masses of distance from the performers. But the judges will be setting their standard with this gymnast. They'll be taking their time. Whatever they do for her, they will for the others.
And the score comes in for Bai Yawen, 15.033. She's into first place.
Next up being from USA, Simone Biles.
From the USA, Simone Biles.
All-around champion. She's love this start, this 2.5 spin, so strong. Two really well connected jumps. Ooh, she managed to link the two elements there. Original stand up there, and she's pretty good in her fluency. You don't see too many stops. A little pause here, but not for too long. One flip, a layout, and a second layout. And she wasn't going to let that wobble. See, just the littlest pause, free cartwheel. See some big leaps now. Here we go. Change leg calf. Into back somersault. Now she went for linking them all. I think the judges will probably give her them. I love this. Bounce, front somersault. Just as if she was doing a tuck jump. And this is really very special. One flip, two flips, full twisting double back. So easy, so powerful. That was a very smooth routine.
Good job. Thank you.
Such an exciting gymnast to watch. And this start, Christine, so difficult. Spinning round there on the 1 foot, keeping the balance and acrobatic skills to match. Layout, not a wobble.
Yes, she was very confident on her landing positions. She came out, arms go exactly where she wants them to go. It's not, and look, great foot placement, 1 foot in front of the other. Gymnasts are taught from an early age to land 1 foot in front of the other. Same thing into the dismount, full twisting double back. Most of the gymnasts can just about get round on a double back, let alone a full twist as well.
Tiptoes on the punch. You feel like that? I was like,
no. I just like didn't want to
She's
twist
powerful
too early.
on the
So that
floor
makes
in the
her
vault
good.
with
Set it
what
up.
she does on the beam. Such a difficult dismount, full twisting double back. And gymnasts struggle to perform that on the floor, and the beam is only 10 centimetres wide after all.
And if you follow the gymnastics websites, there's pictures of her doing the double off beam as well. And onto a soft landing surface,
Finally, I
but I'm
can
sure
feel like
we'll
a
see
good
it in the
viewer
not
team.
too distant future, which will be an absolute first.
What I love about Biles is her
It always
personality.
scares me 'cause
She's
the judge
always
goes, "And please
smiling.
stay
She's
on
got
the
the
beam."
biggest
I'm like,
grin, I think, in the
She says it every
arena.
time.
And
And
she
I'm not
certainly
nervous till she
doesn't
says
seem
that part.
stressed, does she? She seems to enjoy competition, which is great to see, because sometimes gymnasts love training, and actually, because be a good gymnast, you have to do a lot of training, and you have to be prepared to do things again and again. And so quite a lot of people who do gymnastics well love training, and they love that continual doing it well and getting it more perfect. And then they often don't enjoy the competition. It doesn't sort of go hand in glove with that personality. They don't want to show off. But Biles looks like she loves it.
And moves into first place, 15.1, Simone Biles from the USA.
Oh, this is going to be a tight final, isn't it?
Will be, if
Next
this
up
lady
from
has
Russian
anything to do with it.
Federation, Aliya Mustafina.
From Russia, Aliya Mustafina.
Here to defend her title. All the grace and elegance and the fluency. This is very important. The double spin, and she performs it beautifully. How about this? Standing Arabian into the split jump, into the W jump. Well, that was very impressive, and a step better than we've seen from her in the previous competitions. This very complex series. Change leg with half turn. Takes the little pause. With half turning backflip. Then free cartwheel to the seesaw. Now occasionally we see all those moves linked, but these two have to. Free walkover, immediately into forward walkover. Now, at this stage, she has no acrobatic series. Standing flip. Gymnasts have to link two acrobatic flight elements together. Change leg to ring, and we haven't seen that from her yet. Looks like she's concentrating now for the dismount. She's not going to add something extra in. Double tuck, beautifully performed, but the 2 free walkovers in a row are her acrobatic series, and without it, she's 0.5 down on her start value.
Well, that will be costly in this being final. 0.5 down on everybody else. That was such a beautifully performed Arabian straight into the leaps there.
It really was. And then she just got a bit cagey, but the free cartwheel went into a jump, and she hits those leaps beautifully. There's the change leg to ring. Back foot up beautifully, front foot a little lower. Super dismount. It's such a shame because actually this was as good as I've seen her do on beam. She was really in control. But she knows as well where that's the look on her face. She knows she has to make the 2 free walkovers. Most of the gymnasts choose a backflip and a layout, those sort of things, because you have to go for it then. Where she takes a very tricky, the free walkover has to be exactly on. And it obviously wasn't.
I always find it interesting, the different personalities within the women's side. You look at the way Biles carries herself around the arena and smiling, and Mustafina's a lot more focused, serious gymnast.
Yes, she looks like she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders, doesn't she?
Well, she probably carries the weight of the Russian team at the moment, that is for sure.
That's for sure. Well, in qualification, her start value was 5.9. 5.5, there we are.
And the score comes in 14.166 into third for Mustafina. And she knows that. She was nodding her head to her coach.
节目接下来将要参加比赛的是中国队的姚金楠。
Into the beam. You can hear the applause from China, Yao Yunan.
Gold medalist on the bars, and she'll repeat the performance on the beam. Backward roll, gymnasts have to have an element close to the beam. There you see the pause, free walkover, and then the sheep jump. Had it been joined, it would have been worth bonus marks. This is all important. Very difficult. 1 flip, 2 flips, straight back somersault, and she didn't have 1 foot behind the other. One landed and the other at the side fell down. Has to settle herself now. Change leg to ring. That was beautifully done. Spin with the leg held. Cartwheel. Gymnasts have to have 8 elements, so all the difficult moves are popped into the routine to get a big D score. The round off, the double pike. Once she got started again, she was much better, but it was a very edgy start. Didn't go for her first series, and the second one came to grief.
Shame on that routine because it was packed with difficulty. And look there, the head right back in the sheep jump. And just this is where she came to grief, into the straight back. Just didn't get her left foot on there, and off she went.
She didn't actually look so offline. She just wasn't so disciplined with the foot placement. Gymnasts have to learn 1 foot behind the other. Super height. here she was well disciplined into the dismount. Very good double pike dismount off beam. So that routine will be 1 mark lower on the execution score, because the 1 whole mark for falling off comes off your execution score, as opposed to Mustafina, when you don't do one of the requirements, it comes off your difficulty.
Well, the score comes in. Yao Ying'an from China, 13.366.
There's the standings at the moment. Simone Biles in the lead, ahead of Bai Yawen. Aliya Mustafina in 3rd.
This is the first Canadian
Next on being from
into the
Canada,
apparatus finals.
Elizabeth Black.
From Elspeth Black, 19 years of age.
Ellie Black must be thinking, wow, this is an opportunity. Let's hope she can keep calm, because she's got massive work here. Double spin, all into a back spin, very nice indeed. Strong piked front somersault. This is important. Backflip, layout, somersault, tightens the middle, holds the landing. A sideways dance that's needed. We've had 2 very big acrobatic skills. This is the 3rd. Good, solid flip. Oh, and what a shame. She went for broke. She have to go for broke, but she's got the highest difficulty level, and that's why. Big full twist. Two big linked leaps. The change leg half. The tuck front somersault. These gymnasts train these routines so consistently, but once the nerves go and they allow themselves to get into the rhythm, they often do better. 2.5 twist to land. Oh, she'll be very disappointed with herself there. But you know, she went for everything. She didn't hold back. She went for everything.
She certainly did go for everything. Very difficult start. Double spin into the full back spin. I think this is where you can see solid on the first combination. Layout.
And this, the full twist, just offline. It's so difficult. You have to set the somersault first before the twist. And if you start the twist slightly early, you pull yourself offline. She got her feet on, but her body weight was offline. The only little bit with this routine is the dismount is a bit untidy for the quality of the rest of the work. So 1 mark off of the execution score. What damage will it do?
Well, she scored 14.466 in qualification, qualified in 5th place. It's nice to see she can still muster a smile. You really have to go for everything in these apparatus finals. Can't hold anything back if you want to win a medal.
That's for sure. And she didn't, but beam's always a very tough one, especially if it's the only final you've qualified for. You know, the margins for error on the beam are so little.
And the score comes in for Ellie Black, 13.7 into 4th.
Next on being from Romania, Larissa Iordache.
To the beam from Romania, Larissa Iordache.
Well, in the all-around competition, she produced such a magnificent beam routine. Let's hope she can again. See the speed of movement. She's so lovely and light. But this is a difficult start. Here we go. Backflip, full twisting, somersault. Oh no! And another gymnast to allow herself to falter. We've seen that so many times. the important moment. Here's the straight back. That's more like it. Double spin. She works with such fluency and rhythm. Change leg half, immediate seesaw. Really well performed, those leaps. And the free walkover immediately into the W jump. Very well flighted side somersault. And now this oh so impressive finish. Arms locked by the ears, round off flip, triple twist, and what a shame. I'll be interested to watch the replay because it didn't look massively off. It looked like she panicked as she landed. Well, a 15.5 in the all-around. Actually, one mark off a 14.5 would still give her a medal at the moment.
There you can see the full twist. She did so well to stay on that everybody was like, go on, you can do it. And then one whole mark gone.
Oh, the feet were well on the edge, weren't they? Yes, you're right, great. She did pretty well to hold on that much. It's such a risky move. You gain a lot of marks for it, but it is very risky. Free walkover, second foot down, and she jumps straight away. I think the gymnastic fraternity were thrilled to see a medal in the all-around. We've seen her often work very well for her team and falter a bit for herself. And this was the piece I thought she might take today, but not with a fall.
Seemed to be a lot more fluent, the routine, than some that we've seen, and I think that what makes her so beautiful to watch on this piece of apparatus.
So here we are, 14.066 into fourth. It wasn't good enough. Simone Biles, current leader, she knows that Iordache could have beaten her. A bit of relief there. 2 gymnasts to go.
Next on beam from USA, Kyla.
Next onto the beam, 17 years of age from the USA, Kyla.
Well, we've called her Miss Consistency this championships. She'll need to be every bit consistent if she wants to take a medal here. And that was exactly the same as it's been every other time in competition. Pause after the free walkover and then the sheep jump. Oh, and then a little wobble. You see, once you break the rhythm a little bit, we've seen her join those every other time. She just hesitated. Back flip, lay out somersault. That's more like it. Get your rhythm back. Full spin. Everything choreographed. The head. The change leg to ring. Smooth side summy. Also pauses quite a lot, which is something the judges are not so keen on. And another little pause before she goes into the next element, the free cartwheel. You can see she's been a bit slower because the whistle's blown now. 10 seconds to finish. Big round off, double tuck, just the pace. Well, she stayed on. It was good, but there were little errors. Will it be good enough?
Been in mid-14s in the qualification and the all-around. There's a flick to the layout. That, for me, was one of her best series of the routines.
Right up on the sheep jump. in normal speed, that didn't look so good, but slow motion, it certainly did. And that was just where she paused and didn't immediately jump. We've seen her go for the jump immediately in the past. And now, I don't know whether that back leg bends quite enough. We'll have to see what the judges make of that. Yes, 5-7 start value in qualification. She won't get quite that, and so you see she's down on start value from some of the others. No. Let's see, I don't think that would be quite enough to dislodge Mustafina, because although Mustafina lost 0.5 on start value, she came from a higher place.
She needs to score higher than 14.166. So, like you're saying, Christine, I think she might struggle to do that.
We'll see. It depends how the judges view the various connections and things. But she doesn't look like she's convinced herself, does she?
No. There's our current lead next to her, Simone Biles.
And no, 13.866. We were right. Down in fifth. It stays Biles, Bai Yawen and Aliya Mustafina. Just this gymnast to change things.
Ladies and gentlemen,
From Japan,
gymnast from
Suka Teramoto.
And another very precise gymnast. Smooth forward walkover. Beautiful double spin. On the half-turning flip, powerful jumps. But this has been very inconsistent throughout the championships. Let's hope she can take it on today. 1, 2, lay out. Oh, and she's made it. That's great. Free walkover. Side somersault. You can see always the arms are precise. Nice little addition down to the low bar. She's quite graceful. But a little bit slow. Big high change leg quarter leap. The judges will take some marks off the pauses, each pause between each element. Certainly isn't going for the links, the change leg, then the free cartwheel. However, there haven't been wobbles. Legs are beautifully straight. She just needs to focus on this dismount. Up she goes, triple twist dismount. Now that is a challenge. That is a challenge. And the Japanese team are absolutely thrilled.
They are, and it is a challenge. 14.266. Has been her best score so far, and you did say there were a few pauses in that routine. I don't know whether it's a little bit cautious, but maybe just seeing other gymnasts fall, that was a game plan.
Well, I think so. The trouble is they're not scoring being very high today, and the 0.1s, if you're not hitting your connections, your start value goes down. Her start value was 5.8 in qualification. So if she's lost a couple of 0.1s and she's down at a 5.6, then they take a little bit off for it being slow, and a little bit off for that dismount not being right round. 14.2 is a big score to make. We'll see. Interesting. But I don't think there's any challenge really to Simone Biles. I think this is her title.
One more event.
And that would make her third gold medal of these championships with the team all around the beam. Nice to see. Good sportsmanship between the gymnasts. That's been noticeable at these championships. You know, there's a real spirit among the gymnasts.
Absolutely, and Teramoto and all the others look with interest. But China will have a medal as well. Oh, 14.1, she goes into fourth. Championships, and Simone Biles, her 3rd gold medal of this championships. Simone Biles in 1st place. Bai Yawen 2nd. China get another silver.
Mustafina, oh, she's smiling. I was going to say she'd be kicking herself there on that score, but even if she'd have hit that combination, it still wouldn't have been good enough to go above 3rd. So she can be happy with that. Look, you can see I've got myself a bronze today.
And you can see the relief.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, what a
the
relief.
women's celebrity final for the 45th World Artistic
See, she can smile.
Well
done, Mustafina.
Oh, she did it the hard way. The thing is, we have over the years known her do a proper acrobatic series of a backflip, tuck back somersault, and she's sort of played with fire by not using it and throwing herself under the pressure, doing the 2 free walkovers, and it nearly backfired today. It'll be interesting to see if she carries on with that strategy.
Mustafina has 4 Olympic medals, 7 world medals, so that should be number 8.
Should indeed. And she is a very beautiful gymnast. And I think we're going to have the medal ceremony now for the first 2 apparatus, for the men's vault and for the women's beam.
So 2 apparatus down so far. Oh, and there was an inquiry submitted by Teramoto of Japan on the beam.
Well, yes, I probably think I would be tempted to do that as well if I was the coach. They must have been unhappy. Well, yes, the D score was given at 5.6, 5.8 in qualification, but there were a couple of places she didn't add in. She usually does the backspin after the double swim, which she didn't do. And I think there was a change leg leap that normally goes into free cartwheel that she didn't, but we will see. I'm sure the judges will look again. Oh, well, that was quickly done, wasn't it? Inquiry rejected, the result stands. So here we have the results of the women's balance beam final. Simone Biles, USA first. Bai Yawen, China second. Aliya Mustafina for Russia third. Asuko Teramoto for Japan in fourth. Arisa Iordache down in fifth. Kyla Ross sixth. Ellie Black seventh. And Yao Yinan from China bringing up the last place eighth. And we're getting a little montage here of each of the medal winners. I like this being, well, very much all of the gymnasts, but of all the Chinese gymnasts, I've enjoyed Bai Yawen best on the beam. Simone Biles is just power and accuracy complete, isn't she? Extension in the free walkover. Good variety of elements as well. She doesn't just take from one category, and that huge dismount to wrap it all up. Ceremony for the balance beam. Fiercely contested apparatus. Simone Biles' fourth medal of this championships. versatile
bronze medal,
gymnast.
representing Russian Federation, Aliya Mustafina.
But Aliya Mustafina takes the bronze medal for Russia. She had a bronze medal with Russia in the team competition, and now her first individual medal of this
Second place,
championship.
winner of the silver medal from China.
银牌获得者中国运动员白雅文。
And Bai Yawen from China takes the silver medal, a beautiful routine.
First place and 2014 Women's Balance Beam World Champion, representing United States of America, Simone Biles.
But the world champion, she's the all-around world champion, and now the balance beam world champion, Simone Biles, showing her dominance in the sport.
The gold medal is presented by President of the International Gymnastics Federation, Professor Bruno Grandi. The silver medal is presented by member of Women's Technical Committee of the International Gymnastics Federation, Mrs. Zhou Qiurui. The silver medal, the bronze medal, is presented by Vice President of Chinese Gymnastics Association, Mr. Miao Zhongyi.
为金牌运动员颁奖的嘉宾是
Bruno Grandi,
国际
the
体联
main
主席
man
布
in
鲁诺·格
world
兰尼教授。
gymnastics,
为银牌运动员颁奖的嘉宾是国际体联女子
Simone
体操
Biles
暨委
with
会
her
委
medal,
员周秋瑞女士。
third gold,
为铜牌运
fourth
动员
medal
颁
of
奖的
this
嘉宾是
championships.
第45届世界体操锦标赛组委会副主任、中国体操协会副主席、亚洲体操联合会男子技术委员会主席廖仲一先生。
Three nations that contested, took the medals in the team
Ladies and
competition,
gentlemen, please all
also on
rise
the
to the
podium
national
here.
anthem of the United States of America.
女士们、先生们，请起立，奏美国国歌。
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the medalists on women's balance beam final.
感谢颁奖嘉宾，让我们向获奖运动
Here are
员表示
medalists
热
Simone
烈祝
Biles,
贺。
gold, Bai Yawen, silver, Aliya Mustafina in the third place. And of course, both Simone Biles and Aliya Mustafina have still got floor to compete, so they're not finished yet. This is just a little interlude, but a fabulous final on balance beam. Lots of
女士
drama
们、先生们，
and
第
intrigue.
45届世界体操锦标赛女子平衡木颁奖仪式到此结束。那么在接下来，我们将进行的
Apparatus
是男
is
子
going to
双
be the
杠、
men's
女子自
parallel
由操、
bars.
男子单杠的决赛，以及另外的
It is
一
indeed.
场颁奖仪式。而在